Luka Doncic in the first 2 games of the season has already proved he is the best player in the NBA, and the space between him and everybody else is growing more and more. In the Mavericks' last game against the Brooklyn Nets, Luka put up an unreal stat line. 49 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 0 turnovers, and he did this shooting a ridiculous 64% from the field. And his 3-point percentage was actually better than his field goal percentage. He went 9 of 14 from 3. And if you think this is the craziest this game could possibly have gotten for him, you clearly don't know Luka Doncic enough.
Handoff back to Luka, late in the shot clock, 4 seconds, got it from Kleba, again late in the clock, in desperation, he puts it up, and that is Luka magic right there!
A one-handed, 100% contested smothered three-pointer with the shot clock winding down, and to win the game, Luka banks it in. This is getting insane. There is no way that he should be able to hit shots like this, but he's been playing at this level for a very long time, and we are all just now coming to the realization that Luka may just be the best player in the NBA. This game against the Nets was historic, and to most NBA players, this would go down as their greatest performance. But just 2 days before this game, Luka had another historic performance against the NBA's most talked about player right now, Victor Wembanyama. This was Wemby's debut. The hype around this game was insane. Everybody wanted to see how he was going to do in a real NBA game, and unfortunately for him, he got his welcome to the NBA moment in the form of a Luka Doncic masterclass. Wemby ended the game with the cool 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists, and then Luka had to rain on his parade and drop 33 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists, and 2 steals. He had a triple-double and made a statement just to remind everybody how good he is. And if this is how he's been playing in the first 2 games of the year, Luka is going to be an easy favorite to win MVP. Now I know calling Luka the best player in the NBA right now may be a hot take, but I'd say the obvious best 3 players in the NBA are Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, with Jokic being the best player to most people. I mean, after the playoff run he had last year and the stats he's been able to put up, it's hard to pick against him. But if Luka Doncic had the same type of supporting cast like Jokic has, the conversation about Luka would be much different across NBA fans. The Dallas Mavericks are a very solid team, don't get me wrong. They have one of the most skilled players ever in Kyrie Irving, and they just drafted Dereck Lively, who has already proved to be a very solid pickup for them. It's very early to tell, but if Dereck Lively pans out, he could be the missing piece on the Dallas Mavericks team. He's a very solid big man, which is exactly what Luka needs to run a successful offense, especially when it comes playoff time. They have the talent, but with how stacked the Western Conference is this year, I'd say it's very unlikely that they make it out of the West. Which is a sad situation for Luka. As good as he plays, it's going to be nearly impossible to get past teams like the Suns and the Lakers. Overall, no matter what happens in the postseason and the stance of the Mavericks right now, Luka's ceiling is getting higher and higher the more he plays. And we've been saying he's the future of the NBA for a while now, but I think we're all really starting to see it. His maturity and basketball IQ for somebody who was drafted 5 years ago is unreal. Especially when you watch him play, sometimes it looks like he's truly moving in slow motion. And moving at this slow pace, he's still able to get past his defenders with ease. He does this by being smart and methodical with each movement. Even if it looks like he's just moving slow, everything is very calculated in what he's doing. He's got the mindset and abilities of a 10-year vet, and it's crazy to think about, but Luka hasn't even really hit his prime yet. He's got a very long career in front of him, and if he can stay healthy, he is showing no real signs of slowing down anytime soon. For those who are going to leave a comment saying, "Oh my god, this is such an overreaction, he's only played 2 games this year, how can you call him the best player in the NBA?" And you make a fair point, and it probably is too early to tell for this year, but so far, over the past 2 games, this is what Luka's averages are looking like right now. He is averaging 41 points, 11.5 rebounds, 8.5 assists, and a steal per game. Obviously, I don't think he'll be averaging numbers like that the whole season, but Luka looks hungry right now, and I'm confident we're going to see him exceed everybody's expectations once again this year. We all know how much potential Luka has to be an all-time great, and we had the same thoughts about Jokic a few seasons ago, but all he needed was that one championship to prove himself as one of the greats. And that's exactly what he did. And I'm not saying the Mavericks are going to win a championship this year at all, but all Luka needs is a few championships to his name to be solidified as a legend in the sport. But what do you guys think of Luka in these first 2 games of the season? Are these way too early predictions and assessments, or is Luka really dominating the league right now? Let me know what you all think in the comments below, but that's all I've got for today. Thank you all for watching, and with that being said, I'm out of here, and I'll see you on the next one.